everyone, I'm Kathy Dawson. Welcome to Can You Relate, Cleveland's and Northeast Ohio's relationship show. We have a jam-packed show for you today. First, we're going to have some people on the couch for the roundup, and we're going to talk about, are you mates first or are you parents first? Then we're going to talk about, is it true that couples who play together stay together? And we're going to talk about one of your most important loves, which is the love of your home. So let's get started. You know, we all love our homes, but we have to realize that if we're selling our house, maybe somebody doesn't really like our wallpaper. And what is it we need to change in order to really make our house attractive? And is it worth changing it? What's the cost to that? I want to welcome back Mike McKeon. You are from Hannah, help me with this.
Howard Hanna.
Howard Hanna Real Estate Services,
right.
yes. Yep. And you're with the McKeon Group, and
Correct.
you're going to help us understand changes we have to make when we sell our house. What is worth changing? What isn't worth changing?
Well, that's a good question, and it's there's certain things that obviously are very apparent. One of the things is the curb appeal, which first impressions obviously are something that's very important. When people drive by your house or they see your house on the internet, usually the first thing that they see is the exterior of the house.
And so what is it about the exterior? What specifically do you recommend people change and put money toward changing?
Well, it depends on what issues they have, but in a situation of like a frame house, that is it painted? Has it been painted recently?
Okay.
One of the things that we see a good return on investment is siding, because what that does is obviously kind of reassures people, that potential buyers, that they're not going to have to deal with painting every 5 to 7 years.
But now that's a big investment to side a house, isn't it?
It is a fairly sizable investment, but you do have you save down the road.
Okay.
And when it comes to selling your house, a lot of times people will look at that and they check that off the list. We're not going to be paying painters again, periodically to paint the house and keep it up.
What about windows? Is that something people should invest in?
Windows are a very, I think, a great investment. And it's one of the things that some buyers don't actually see the windows. When they come into a house, they're looking at other aspects of it.
Right.
I always make sure that I point out new windows, because they're a cost savings in a lot of different ways. Obviously, you don't have to. You're going to save on your gas bills, which is a big thing, and especially in some of the older homes, the difference in energy costs is
that wind just goes right through the window. What
exactly.
about like
no
kitchens
pun intended.
and baths? Yeah, right.
Kitchens and baths. Kitchens are probably one of the main focuses, I think, and one of the first places that people focus. As you know, kitchens kind of have a gravitational pull. If you have a party in your house, everybody ends up in the kitchen.
Yep.
And so I think it's probably the number one place to look to see if your kitchen is tired. More and more buyers these days are, they come in and that's the first thing that they look at.
They don't want to deal with it.
They don't want to deal with it. And it's a larger ticket item, or it can be. There's also ways of actually improving your kitchen without totally redoing it.
Oh, okay.
Refacing cabinets, adding new hardware, that kind of thing. And you can really give it a good look. Even the countertops, now granite has become more of the standard. So if you have older cabinets, you can reface them, put in new counters, and it looks like brand new.
Now, I want to tell you a story. We sold a house, and we added a screened-in porch to this house. And I mean, it was not just a little, it was a big screened-in porch. And that baby sold that house.
There you go.
Okay? And it was totally worth it.
It is. There's certain things that, obviously being here in the Cleveland area, unfortunately, we can't enjoy screened-in porches year-round, but there's a certain part of the year that you can. And when the right buyer comes in, and those kind of things will really stand out, and they'll set you apart from other houses.
Yes, this is really good
competition
info, because when you're selling a house, you do know you have to kind of fix it up, but knowing exactly what's worth the investment you're going to recoup. And maybe it'll be a deal dinger if you don't do it.
Exactly, yeah.
So, great information. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you would like more information with McKeon Group, you can get a hold of them at 216-233-6726 or go to the website at themckeongroup.com. And again, this is Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We have the Relationship Roundup coming up next.
Up next, you love your spouse, you love your kids, but are you first mate or a mom? Our Relationship Roundup responds. And later in the show, couples who play together really do stay together. Find out why fun is the name of the game.